Hey guys, Mikey here with TactiCalifornia. Thanks for tuning in. I want to start off by saying I'm super sorry for not getting videos out this past month. I've been incredibly busy on a really awesome brand new project. I can't wait to tell you guys about it. Right now is not the time, but it's going to be rad. I can't wait to share it with you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. So this video is going to be about situational awareness, particularly how I think situational awareness could have saved lives in the shooting that occurred in Virginia a month, 2 months ago. There was an employee, I think, who was very disgruntled, and he went out and shot a reporter and the cameraman and the person they were interviewing, it looked like. And I'm in no way, my prayers, my thoughts, my heart goes out to the family members of those who passed away. It's tragic. Let me say the only person who did wrong was the shooter. He's an evil person, and he did an evil thing, and there's no getting around that. However, I think situational awareness could have saved lives. First thing I noticed right off the bat, for those of you who didn't, it's not for the faint of heart, but you can still find it on the internet, I think. The video that the shooter took himself with his own cell phone, it looked like, it's brutal. But it really raised questions in my head of am I paying attention to what's going on around me, and situational awareness. So what happened was this guy walked up from, when he started filming, it looked like he walked up from probably 50 to 100 feet away, and he did so with a gun out. It looked like he had a gun, and he had his cell phone, and he's just filming like this. And he walks up to them. He sees that what it looks to me, it's kind of unsure, but what looks to me is that he sees that the cameraman is getting B-roll footage, or he's rolling the shot into the reporter and the person she's interviewing. So he realizes he's not on the air if he pulls the trigger. So he comes up to the lady in her very clearly peripheral vision. I mean, he's to her 3, maybe 4 o'clock, right? And he points what looks like a Glock handgun right at her face, right at her torso, holds it there for a second. What I perceived to be, he realized he wasn't going to get on air. The cameraman wasn't looking at her yet. Puts the gun down, stands there, continues to film for what was 15, 20 seconds, which is a life-saving amount of time, and waits for the cameraman to finally roll the camera toward her. Puts the gun up again, boom, 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 fires several shots. She reacted to getting shot. She had no clue he was there. If she did, she didn't care, or she perceived maybe he wasn't a threat, and which is silly if you think you might even have noticed someone pointed a gun at you, but that's besides the point. So she reacted to getting shot. What I perceived to be 3 times. She took rounds 3 times. Boom, 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 looked like they were all right around the torso area, then turned and started running away. Then he engaged the cameraman. Now, if at any point in time she had simply looked over her shoulder, perceived a threat, there's a guy standing there with a gun, and started running, this guy's shooting one-handed, he's high stress, he's trying to videotape it, so he's probably not looking down his sights very well, he's probably trying to look at the camera instead. He's shooting one-handed, under stress, trying to film. If you are a moving target, exponentially putting the distance between you and the shooter, your odds of taking a round, especially a lethally placed round, decrease substantially with every step you take. Do I think she could have gotten away without being shot? It's possible. It's very possible, especially if she had looked over her shoulder while he was walking up to her. She definitely could have yelled gun, ran, everybody ran, everyone disperses, and he might not have gotten anybody. That being said, here's some tips I have on situational awareness. These aren't like rules I picked up somewhere, this is just kind of what I've developed. If there's windows or if there's glass on the front of a room before I go into it, like maybe it's a restaurant or what have you, I will look through the glass and genuinely assess what's going on. I'm looking for disgruntled patrons. I'm looking for robberies. I'm looking for, obviously, weapons like guns or knives or whatever someone might be wielding around. If it looks like a situation I don't want to get into, I'm not going in there. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm constantly looking for it. Another tip, which I think is critical, is know your exits. Wherever you are, think about egress. Think about, how am I going to get out of here if something goes down? Really plot it out through your head. And as Matt Graham from Graham Combatives puts it, the human condition is that we never rise to the occasion. You may think you'll get there. You may think, when the time comes, I'm just going to know where the exit is and I'm just going to run toward it. That's not the case. If you look at documented reports of what has actually happened in history, humans don't rise to that occasion. You fall to your level of training. You fall to the level of what you knew before that happened. In other words, if you didn't know your exits, if you've never, like, check this out, when I go into a movie theater, I push myself to try to go out the exits I've never gone out before. I physically want my body to do it. I want to go through that exit. Why? Because A, it's going to help you remember it, and B, it's just going to become habit. If you continually go out that particular exit or only one exit, odds are you're going to go out that exit in a time of an emergency. So if someone comes in through that exit, as crazy as it sounds, you might run towards them trying to get out that exit, or you might just stand there panicked, freeze, because you don't know where to go, even though there's 3 more exits. So definitely know your exits. I would say one more, and this is kind of not really a situational awareness thing, as more if it's just kind of like a lifestyle thing. Just consider what it would take to get past certain individuals. What I mean by that is, when a particular guy walks into a restaurant and he looks like he could be a threat, I instantly start running in my head, how am I going to get past him? Am I with my wife? Do I need to not get past him? Do I need to get away from him? Could I get to him if he was drawing before he could get a gun out or a knife out? Whatever the case is, just think about it. Really, really analyze, what would I do if that person was a threat? What could I do if that person was a threat? If you do these little things, constantly look around you, know your exits, look at hands. Hands is a big one, guys. Hands are where the threat is, okay? Nobody's carrying a gun on their forehead or in their eyes. They're carrying guns in their hands. Or if it's a knife or a bomb or a clock, whatever it is, look at hands, guys. Hands are where the threat's going to be. So that's pretty much it. That covers situational awareness. Again, guys, sorry I haven't gotten videos out sooner. Really appreciate you guys sticking around. If you like the video, please click like down below and subscribe to the channel for more videos we got coming your way. I'm Michael with TactiCalifornia. Thanks for watching.